Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video about Counter-Strike, obviously. Today I'm going to be talking about angles and fallback angles here on Inferno. So if you don't know what that is because you're a newer player, basically it's where you should be defending at, and if you are being rushed and you can't do much, where you should be falling back to defend. So the first angle, obviously, at mid-A is right here. This angle allows you to watch anybody coming up right here and anybody just pushing up. I like this angle a lot. You can also play from back over here, though I don't recommend it. And you can also play right here. Again, don't recommend it, because if you can get that first shot, that's awesome. But if there's 2 or 3 of them coming up, the odds are a lot more bullets are coming at you, so you're gonna die. So if you are, over here and you get overwhelmed, or they throw a smoke or a flash or something, the first place you should be pushing back to is right here over by arches. The reason why that is because it gives you a lot of cover, and if they push out over here, like a lot of them do, usually they don't play this angle too often, you still have lots of cover and by this, and they're out in the open. Second place you should be pushing back to is arches right here. Again, you have lots of cover, and you can still catch them when they come around because you know where they're about to be. And then if you need to, you can push back into sight because they'll either be going B or to A. So that is mid to arches. Another place is over here at boiler, actually. So this is a lot of places you can watch for mid. A lot of people like to play right here and catch anybody coming out, and it's really great because you can actually fall back into apartments and watch anybody coming out through here. You can see their feet, or if they push up, you can just spray them down. Another great place to play from is right here. That is because if they're coming up, you can spray them down, and if you need to back up, you can actually fall all the way back to truck. I'm currently stuck on. There we go. Fall all the way back to truck and actually play the backside right here, which is really great for cover because you have all these little angles covering you, and you got a straight shot. You can also play all the way back over here, and you can watch anybody coming up, and if they get overwhelmed, you can drop down into here, play back further. Pit's actually just a really great area in general to play. So that is boiler side right here. That is those fallback angles. Next, we have stairs and apartments, and if you haven't seen how I play stairs, there will be a link in the description to the video for that. That's how I personally play it. But the first place I personally like to play, you don't have to, is right here because it usually catches a lot of people off guard. You can just spam them down right there. A lot of people like to play right here, though, which is great because you can see as soon as they push out, and you can spray them down. Next place you can pop back to if they're overwhelming you, you can throw a flash out or whatever, is right here. And this is a great position too because you got some cover and you can easily walk out here if there are too many. Next, you can play here, but you don't have too much cover besides this wall and this one that you can easily spam through, more like this one. As you can see there, it's easily spam through. So a lot of times people like to push back up over here and spray them down. Or you can actually push down, like I said, into pit. And you can watch like this, and you can watch back here, you can come back and watch back over here. So that is how you should be playing stairs or balcony. You can start at any one of those angles. These are just angles you can pop back to. So now on to B site. Now this is what I personally like to do. If you don't like to do this, that's fine. Usually what I like to do is throw a smoke about there. Usually I throw it from back there, obviously. And then just sit right here with a shotgun. If it's a full B rush and they rush through, it's really easy. Just grab some pop shots. A lot of times they're running through like this, like, oh, I'm gonna take B, and you're not gonna be able to see anything until you're about here, and I'm right here, so it's a lot easier. However, you should never be peeking like this. That is horrible and terrible, so don't ever do that. If you're gonna be holding an angle, you should be holding back here, like, unless I said like you have the smoke and a shotgun, you should be holding back here. This is really great because you can actually see all the way back here and pick anybody peeking out, which also is great because over here is where somebody can snipe you from with the op, but they can't exactly see. So as you can see, there's about 2 feet in game, obviously, that you're fine. if anybody's rushing up, you have plenty of time to actually fall back. You can actually fall back to here and throw a smoke down over here. However, if you're sitting like this, your barrel's going to show, but you can sit down like this, and when they come up, you can shoot them. Don't shoot the wall, though. The next best place to play is right here. If they haven't pushed up yet, you can actually watch between this pillar and this corner. The reason for that is if they shoot and it goes through both of those, you're going to take like 0 damage. Unless it's like an op, but that's a great position right there. And if you need to fall back even further, you can play this next angle pretty much the same way with that beam and this corner over here at construction. On B site, there's actually a lot of places you can fall back into, so I'm just gonna talk about them. So the first place you can play from is right here. This gives you slight cover, and they're not really gonna see you. You'll see them first. You can spray them down like that. If you need to fall back, you can either fall back into this, which gives you a little bit of cover, and also you see this board and the this thing of missiles right here. There's a gap in between it, so you can get shots through without taking a penalty of shooting through something. Next place you can come back is right over here with these big ass pipes. Play this angle like that, play it super tight. You fall back into here if you need to, but you're pretty screwed. Next place you can fall back into is right here. Allows you to play this angle pretty tight, and also allows you to play this pretty good, since you are being covered by this entire little pillar plus pipes thing. You can see all the way back into CT, and you can also watch super tight angle of anybody coming in through banana. Next place you can play is right here next to this pillar. This gives you a good like headshot area right here. You're covered by this pillar, you're covered by this fountain, and you're covered by the containers right there, so that's a good place. Next place you can play is right here. Gives you the same thing, only you can see further back into the opening right there, so you get a bit more of a thing, more space to shoot. You can also sit back in here, though I don't 100% recommend it. It is a good place to catch people off guard. And finally, if you're up here playing spools, you can always fall back into here, watch this angle, and fall back into construction and watch from here. So hopefully you guys find that useful. If I forgot any angles or anything like that, or if you just want to bitch about me being terrible or anything like that, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I read the comments, so I will probably reply.
Let's move out.
So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys found it useful. I hope you guys have an amazing day.